Call the meeting to order. Ask everybody to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. Mr. Kidwell, we'll let you do this for the last time for this board.
Thank you, sir. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. First item on the agenda is approval of the agenda. Do we have a motion?
I so moved.
Do we have a second? I'll second it. Any discussion? All in favor signify by stating aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next on the agenda is recognition, Mr. Dean.
Mr. Chairman, first we have Lehigh's cross-country team who participated as a team in the state event. Is Coach Carroll here?
Yes, I am.
Would you come up and say a few words, and you can announce, we have a certificate for all of your team, and I think Ms. Belcher has those, but if you'd like to say a few words, we'd be honored.
I've got some guys coming up from wrestling practice, so they'll probably be trickling in. So, but we do have two already here, and then two are playing basketball tonight in Abingdon. So, on behalf of the Lehigh cross country team, thank you, Mr. Dean and school board members, for having us and taking the time to recognize the successes of these student athletes. Trust the process. It has been a staple statement that has been ground into our program philosophy, and it is a statement that has proven if you do the work, the results will come. These 8 boys started their work in the summer and made a pact to hold each other accountable and to not put limitations on themselves. The 2023 cross-country season was filled with both individual and team accomplishments. Out of the 8 regular season meets, the boys team placed top 3 in 6 out of those 8 meets. In the postseason meets, the boys team was Mountain 7 district runner-ups and were Region 2D runner-ups. And the biggest feat that I think that these boys had accomplished this year, it's really hard to go back to state as a team. I feel like our region and our Mountain 7 district is one of the hardest regions to get out of to qualify for state. And our boys were able to do that again. At the state cross country meet, the boys team was predicted 11th coming in, and we finished 6th in the state. We were tied for 5th, but the 6th runner is a tiebreaker. So that's where we got the 6th place. All 7 runners, which was also a big feat that is crazy to see, is that all 7 runners set personal records at the state meet, which was awesome. We also had some all-district guys, Eli Penix and John Carter, as well as all-region guys, which was Eli Penix, Owen Grace, and John Carter. The best thing about all of this is that they're all coming back next year. So this is absolutely awesome. I'm extremely proud of these boys, and we look forward to getting back to work and working towards our goals for the 2024 cross-country season. And now I'd like to introduce you to our team members. John Carter, he's a wrestler.
You'll notice most of these are multiple sports.
And John Carter, he ran 17:18 at the state meet. We have Owen Grace. And he ran 17:20 at the state meet. We have Camden Hall. And he ran 20:29 at the state meet. Eli Penix, and he ran 17:06. He's a wrestler. We have his brother Owen Penix. He is also a wrestler, and he ran 18:15 at the state meet. We have Jaden Seals. He was our alternate for the meet, and he got to go. He has made significant strides this year. This was his first year doing cross country, and he did phenomenal. We have Elijah Stafford. He is playing basketball tonight, and so is Jaden. Elijah ran 17:29 at the state meet. And we have Chase Weston, which is also a wrestler, and he ran 20:11 at the state meet.
And to go along with what Coach Carroll said, I think the team that beat her in the Mountain 7 went to state, but they're actually a Class 3 school.
Yes.
They've been Abingdon.
Yes.
And then the team that beat them in the region won the state.
Won the state meet, yes.
So that's the competition they're going up against. But we are proud of you and all of your team members.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Congratulations.
Mr. Chairman, we'd also like to recognize the individual state qualifiers from Thomas Walker High School. I believe we have Coach Lamb with us. Coach Lamb would come up. We have certificates for his as well.
I started my journey with Thomas Walker 3 years ago, and Eli so he's been with me the whole time. He's our senior, so I'm going to recognize him first. Just such a great kid, such a great influence on the other students, great role model, hard worker, everything you want in a student athlete. He represents our county, our school, our community, and very proud of him. His goal, he missed state last year, and our goal was to get him back. I promised we'd work hard to get you there, and I felt like we accomplished that. He had a really good season, battled through some injuries, but he kept coming back. He never quit. That's all you can ask from somebody. I think his highlight of the year was we have our home meet at Wilderness Road State Park. He won that meet. Altogether, I think we won 4 meets individual. We're small. We don't have a complete team. I think we have 5 varsity members. But to win 4 of those, he finished in top 10 6 of the 13 meets. So I think that was great. Our other runner is Amelia. I have to tell a story about Amelia. She's only been running. She's been running 14 months, I think. And it was her first year at Thomas Walker last year. And Nikki Brewer says, "Hey, why don't you come out and run?" Well, I'm probably telling myself for being a bad coach. Our first run was at Cumberland Gap National Park. 30 minutes passes, there's no Amelia. I've managed to lose her in one of the trails back in Cumberland Gap. I sent my 9-year-old daughter back for her, and they show back up 45 minutes later. So she didn't quit there, and I knew she wouldn't ever quit. If you didn't, that didn't discourage you getting lost in the middle of nowhere. But she's shown a steady improvement. She finished 22nd in state. 32nd, she'd have been in the top 10. That's how tight the competition is. And there's a lot left there. I feel like next year, there's a good chance we'll be coming back here and introducing her as a state champion. There's a very good chance.
Good.
She has that kind of work ethic.
Right.
And she's like Eli, also a great kid. So proud of her. The community should be proud of her.
Are they here?
Yes, they are. Both of them here.
Yeah, right.
There we go.
And I think that I'd say more about what you are as a coach. You go from getting a student lost to placing in state.
So proud of them. They work hard. How many days do we take off after state? No, sorry. Don't tell that on me. So we're already looking at next year, working hard and trying to do well. Thank you guys. I'm really proud of you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Mr. Chairman, this is not on the agenda, but the Virginia High School League released the Class 2 All-State Competition cheer team today. And on the second team, Lehigh had Willow Wilder and Bailey Butina make the second team All-State. I got that today, so I didn't have a chance to put that on the agenda, but I want to recognize those as well for making the second team All-State in competition cheer. And now I think we have our Teacher of the Year, and then Ms. Willis will announce the Division Teacher of the Year. These are educators that were chosen by their school for various methods that they use in the school, but proud of all of these and all of our educators. We have a wonderful school system. I mean, it's a shame that, you know, you got to narrow it down to one, but we do that every year, and then we announce the Division Teacher of the Year that will represent us at the region. And then, you know, last little bit, we've had a couple of people who have made it to state. So, you know, we want to encourage them to do all the paperwork and do that for the state process. But if you will come forward, if you're here tonight, as I call your name, Ms. Willis will give you a gift. And then if you'll stay up here, when we finish, I'll ask Ms. Willis to announce our Division Teacher of the Year. First, from Dryden Elementary, we have Ms. Terry Powers. Next, from Elton Knob Elementary, Ms. Robin Martin. Next, from Flatwoods Elementary, Miss Mandy Sexton. From Rose Hill Elementary, Miss Robin Brady.
Congratulations.
From St. Charles Elementary, Miss Taylor Lane. From Elydale Middle, Miss Renee Wilder. And I will say, I think we've got a lot going on in the county. I think Elydale has a program tonight. I think Flatwoods is hosting booster ball tournament, so if some of them are not here, I hope you understand why they couldn't make it. From Jonesville Middle, Miss Cheryl Hines.
Congratulations.
From Pennington Middle, Miss Kayla Hughes. From Lee High School, Deborah McCoy. From Thomas Walker High School, Miss Angela Giles.
Congratulations.
From Lee County Career and Technical Center, Mr. Chad Bishop. And from Head Start, Ms. Charlene Oaks.
Well, I just want to commend all these teachers. They, you know, their peers have selected them. They see the extra effort that they put forth every day with their students. We're so proud of you. I talk to just about all of you all, either on email or you call me. I know that you're always looking for, you know, the resources that you need to do your very best job, and I certainly congratulate each and every one of you and say thank you to the great job that you do. And at this time, I'm going to present the Division Teacher of the Year plaque to Ms. Robin Markham from Mount Miles Elementary.
Thank you. I know you've worked hard.
I've worked with her. and I
38
know-
years this year. Thank you.
Thank you. Again, thanks to all of you all. Yes, can we get a kind of everybody?
Next, we have public comment. Do we have anybody who wishes to comment? Address the board? No? Okay, board comment. Do we have any board comments? I want to congratulate each of you all for getting reelected. I know it's hard-fought victories. My congratulations to you for being on, being on the board of supervisors. Enjoyed working with you for the last 8 years. Enjoyed you being on the board, so good luck in your new job.
I would like, go ahead.
I would like to just say congratulations to all you teachers and thank you for what you do every day. We appreciate you and thank you coaches and sports teams for excelling.
Good job.
I just want to thank Mr. Kidwell too. You know, these last 4 years, I didn't really know you before this, but I learned a little bit about you these last 4 years. And I want to thank you for the help you've helped me with. I know I've called you different times and stuff, and you've always been courteous to me and give me good advice, I feel like, and I thank you for that, and I wish you the best in your new venture on the board of supervisor. I also like to congratulate the Pennington Middle School robotic team. They went to Harrisburg this past Sunday, and they had 3 rounds. First round, their little trick thing there fouled up a little bit, and they didn't do the best. The next 2 rounds, they done well. So this is their 3rd year, you know, and there's a bunch of young kids, and it's just great to see them all get together and work together. You know, you just need to watch them. It's amazing what these little kids can do, and I just want to congratulate them.
Thank you, Mr. Kidwell, and don't forget us on the board of supervisors.
You ever need a little drink?
Yeah.
I'd like to congratulate Mr. Kidwell as well and wish you the best.
I appreciate that from everybody. It's been 8 years of my life that I've enjoyed. Made a lot of friends, made a lot of enemies, I'm sure, but that's part of it. Me and Rob started 8 years ago together. We hadn't done this for 8 years together. He's not only a board member, but a friend of mine, I consider. And you all were friends as well. We also have Ms. Jessie here. We had one left that used to be on the board here, Mr. Sumter. And now Dan back here is now sworn in, starting January the 2nd, I guess, officially. Will be on the board here. Congratulations to him. Again, I'll be here, ready to go for Lee County Schools and everybody here involved. I will miss everybody here involved, and I appreciate all that y'all have done for us in District 1, for sure.
All right. Next, we'll move on to the consent agenda, which consists of approval of minutes. Let me ask this first. Does anybody want to leave before we get into this? I'll spare you if you want to leave. On the consent agenda, which consists of approval of minutes for the November 9th, 2023 regular meeting, approval of claims and expenditures, approval of field trip request, Lee County Career and Tech Center, Cindy Garrett, Deck State Leadership Conference Competition, 2/29/24, and approval of authorization for the division superintendent to fill vacancies existing or occurring between December 13th, 2023 and January 11th, 2024. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Do we have any reports of the board? No. We'll move on to reports of the division superintendent, Mr. Dean.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like for you to look at the Kingsport Times News write-on representatives we have. We have one from each of the middle schools, Elydale, Jonesville, and Pennington. And I will ask you to take a minute and look at some of the stuff they wrote. The topics this time were kind of interesting. One of them was write a thank you note to someone that's been kind to you. And it was friends, it was sisters, it was Uncle Jerry, it was veterans, and a cheer coach. And then the other topic was, who is the best cook you know? Well, I mean, if I answer that, it'd be my mother or one of my grandmothers. But they had Mama, Dad, sister, a friend, stepmom, and mom. So it's interesting if you get a chance, and appreciate Miss Jessie for sending us that, and recognizing those students for getting published in the Kingsport Times News. Enrollment this month we are at 2795. That is down 5 from last month, but is above what we had budgeted at 2710. So we're in good shape with the enrollment. You have a copy of the operations and transportation update in your folder, and if you have any questions on those, I'll be more than glad to attempt to answer them.
Okay, next we'll move on to unfinished business. Approval of 2024-2025 FY25 school calendar.
Mr. Chairman, last month I gave you all the 24-25 school calendar. I told you all that we had gotten input from the communication committee. We had sent out surveys, got over 300 responses. So I have that before you for approval for next year's school calendar.
Okay. We have a motion.
I so move.
We have a second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Action discussion items. First is action, if any, to approve the school board meeting dates for fiscal year 2025 budget development process.
Mr. Chairman, we have proposed that we have a meeting on February the 8th at 5:30 before the regular school board meeting, a budget workshop on February the 24th at 6 p.m., a meeting on March the 14th at 5:30 before the regular school board meeting, and then to approve the budget that I would send to the Board of Supervisors on March the 28th at 6.
Okay, so now the 8th at 5:30.
Yes, before our regular meeting.
Then what's the next one?
February the 22nd at 6.
Okay.
March the 14th at 5:30 before our regular scheduled meeting in March.
Let's look at it real fast. March 14th.
Yes, sir.
What time?
At 5:30.
Okay.
And then the budget hearing would be at March the 28th at 6.
6. Okay. All right.
Mr. Chair, may I back up and mention something, please?
Yeah.
I'd like to send our condolences to the Clayton Pendleton family of his passing. And Clayton put a lot of time in driving the school bus and doing work on the side and maintenance for our school system. And he will be greatly missed.
I agree.
Glad you brought that up.
He was very influential in gaining the money for the bigger flag at Thomas Walker, the one that comes down from the ceiling. I think it was $5,000-6,000. Him and Jerry Brown raised every penny of it. But I send my condolences to him and his family.
Okay, we've got an explanation on action item on the meeting dates for fiscal year budget development process. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second it. Any discussion? All in favor signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next is action, if any, to award contract related to IFB number 24-1010, rental and service of uniforms, mats, and other related products, Sharps Uniform Rentals. Mr. Dean?
Mr. Chairman, our contract with CENTOS that we've had, I think, for going on 6 years is up, coming up here in the spring. Ms. Belcher had sent out an IFB on this. She and a team of a couple of principals got together. We had 3 proposals. The recommendation is Sharps, but I do need to tell you all that they are not the cheapest bid. CENTOS is the cheapest, but that was only one aspect, and Ms. Belcher's here tonight. I think she could answer. Service is a lot of it, because it's dealing with uniforms, rugs, items in the school, and I think that's one of the reasons that they're recommending the other company. The other company is down in Middlesboro, a little more local. So she and her team have recommended that Sharps be that, but I thought I needed to tell you all that they were not the lowest bid. I believe that would be on CENTOS.
Okay.
Where's Sharps located?
Middlesboro.
Middlesboro.
They served us at White Rock some. They're good.
What was the deciding factor?
Actually, mostly with the service and the personalization, you know, they can come and meet each school need individually. CENTOS was not as personalized for us as we felt they needed to be.
That personal touch means a lot.
Yeah, it does, it does. You know, we can.
And I think we've had some billing issues.
We've had several billing issues and over the years, and so, and we've caught several. It's not made a good working relationship.
Okay.
Good deal.
Do we have a motion?
I so moved.
Gary, you second?
I second.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Last action item, action if any, 2023-2024 school calendar. Mr. Dean.
Mr. Chairman, in developing next year's calendar, which is the 24-25, a lot of the input was that we make the day that we have the teacher work day in January optional. That will be January the 2nd on the current calendar, and I'm asking that if we could make that an optional teacher work day. It's mainly the high school that has asked for that work day because they are teaching a complete new set of new set of classes. The elementary teachers are just continuation from the previous semester, so I'm asking if we can make that optional for the teachers to come in if they so choose, or if they don't, you know, it's just be another day of break.
Okay. Do we have a motion?
I so moved. I think it'd be important for our high schools.
Okay. We have a second. I'll second it. Any discussion? All in favor signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next is closed session, and I move that we move into closed session to discuss personnel under Code of Virginia Section 2.2-3711A1, student discipline under Code of Virginia Section 2.2-3711A2, and threatened and pending and threatened litigation under Code of Virginia Section 2.2-3711A7.
Second motion. Yes, it is on the agenda.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know what cover that was.
Let me see. I don't think it's on mine. Oh, okay. And also to discuss the possible acquisition of a parcel of land under Code of Virginia Section 2.1-344A, subsection 3. You have a motion?
Second.
I'll second it. Any discussion? All in favor, signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We're now in closed session.